What is the standard to say that this was a hate crime?
And I think my colleagues will say the same thing. Dial down the rhetoric. Every politician of every stripe seems to want to come in a situation like this and really put fuel on the fire.
That's what can cause the wildfire in the eyes of Fox News? The wildfire of the governor of New York identifying the actual problem? Calling this a white supremacist attack so, I don't know, maybe we can stop racist monsters like this in the future? That's the wildfire, not the politicians and Fox News anchors literally setting the wildfire that eventually leads to these murders. Fox News has a history of repeatedly pushing the racist, anti-Semitic, baseless great replacement theory, which inspires these evil shooters, including in Buffalo over the weekend.
I'm not against the immigrants. I just am for Americans, and nobody cares about them. It's like, shut up, you're dying, we're going to replace you.
Democrats who want to replace you, the American voters, with newly amnestied citizens.
They are attempting to replace us with citizens that they think, there are future citizens that they think would be more amenable to voting for them.
The only great replacement I want to hear about is what great people they replace their national embarrassment anchors with. Who are they protecting with this opinion? The murderers? They're protecting the murderer and the people on their own network who stoke this insane theory and poison the minds of our youth. And I can say our youth because sadly, I'm sort of old now. All that the governor of New York said was that the 18-year-old shooter drove 200 miles to intentionally carry out this attack in a zip code with a high concentration of black people, and that it was a white supremacist attack, which she only based on the mountains of evidence. She made this far-fetched leap because in his 180-page manifesto, he described himself as a white supremacist. But don't jump to conclusions. He did also say he was inspired by the racially motivated mass shootings in Charleston and Christchurch, but don't make any assumptions. Oh, he also had the N-word etched on his gun and kept shouting it at black people as he shot them. Do you need a degree in criminal psychology to figure this one out? Do you need to be Elliot Stabler to put two and two together here?
And that's where you have the nutcases out there like this guy who see this going on. You see somebody sort of stirring the pot, trying to demagogue the issue rather than just let the law enforcement professionals take care of it. And I get so tired of that. I think my colleagues do too. You know, let the politicians step back and have the law enforcement professionals take care of this.
Look at this case for 2 seconds and you realize it's a hate crime. Research is dun dun. But what bothers Fox News about this hate crime is not the hate crime itself, but whether leaders should be calling it a hate crime. These evil cartoon characters would be laughable if they weren't causing so much harm. Just let the law enforcement professionals take care of it. Of course they want that, because that makes it seem like this guy was just a lone wolf, and punishing this one guy solves the problem. Therefore, conveniently letting themselves off the hook, their network off the hook. They're literally saying, do not try to stop the rise of white supremacy, even in the face of white nationalist terrorist attacks. Fox News says, whoa, let's not put all white supremacists into the same bucket. Some white supremacists are very fine people, and they're allowed to stay on television? These aren't canceling statements? I guarantee they finished this segment in studio and all the producers there were all, great job, fellas, great segment. No one probably said, did you just downplay a white supremacist attack and then blame the governor for calling it that? You should be ashamed of yourself. No, it's great stuff, dudes. Want to do another story about Hunter Biden's laptop?
We got to let this go through the process, and we have to preach calm as well.
Classic right-wing media, making the topic the reaction to the event and not the event itself and its underlying causes. Kaepernick takes a knee to protest police brutality and racial injustice, and they never debate that crucial issue. It instantly becomes, should he be allowed to even take a knee? Conveniently skipping the actual reason for the protest. Then LeBron James defends Kaepernick, and Fox, followed by all mainstream media, left or right, parrot it. Should LeBron James be speaking out publicly about Kaepernick taking a knee? And now we're 2 steps removed from the issue. And they're doing it again now with Buffalo. Dial down the rhetoric of calling out white supremacists? Are you joking me? They should dial up the rhetoric, dial it up to 11 until they stop the actual harmful rhetoric coming from Republican lawmakers and Fox News idiots and other very not fine people. And also, in the wake of this, explain to me again why it's bad to let schools teach students about our racist past? Because that might actually stop some of this random murder of communities of color? Because critical race theory, aka an honest teaching of the racial injustices in our country, might actually force these conscienceless white people to take action to right these wrongs? Is it because your voter base is kind of heavy on people who aren't too against murdering people of color? And you don't want to alienate your base?
And on one side, there's a vision of America as a pluralistic society across lines of language, race, and culture and religion, all of us bound together by collective self-determination in the American creed. And on the opposite side is the idea of America as a white man's republic.
Or you could grow a conscience. But no, God forbid you they offend the fragile racists. Here, let me wipe your tears with your racist Confederate flag. Or you can use your own Confederate flag shirt or jacket or hat or god-awful pants that you're wearing all at the same time for some reason. I guess you're just a slave to fashion. Pun intended. But talk about actual slavery and the social inequities still making it hard for the black community? How dare you? It takes time away from our anti-immigrant rhetoric. In a nation of almost 100% immigrants, by the way. Hey, white people, gather around real quick. This ain't a good look. And Fox News, next time you push what used to be a fringe theory and make it mainstream and then more people die, maybe feel a little remorse instead of attacking the people trying to stop it from happening again. I'm Ben Gleib, and I'm excited to be teaming up with Rebel HQ to bring you 3 videos like this every week, starting right about now. You can also subscribe to my News and Politics podcast, Last Week on Earth, and follow me at Ben Gleib on all platforms.